Hi, I'm Phil.
And I'm Jane.
Welcome to Unhinged and Bumbled Up,
the relatable dating podcast.
But yeah, like you say with that event in London, that sounds brilliant because you don't have to worry about going up to someone and them saying, "Oh, sorry, I'm seeing somebody." Hello, welcome to Unhinged and Bumbled Up. I'm Jane, he's Phil, and today we're going to talk about meeting someone in person.
What is that? Like, how does that work?
It seems like a pastime, doesn't it? It seems like people rarely meet people in person now, but you can. There is hope. There definitely is ways to meet people in person.
I'm shocked. I really want to listen to this episode. Wait, oh yeah, we're talking about it, aren't we?
Although if you live in Scotland, you probably need to be double vaccinated to meet somebody now, because they are thinking of introducing your vaccine passports to show at restaurants, bars, cinemas. I know already if you go to an event with over, I want to say 500 people, you need to show your vaccine passport. So at the moment, if you go to football games, theatres, you have to show your vaccine passport.
But you don't need to be double vaccinated. I'm just putting this information out there. Basically, if you have a look at the website, because I know people that have, if you've had COVID within, I can't believe we're talking about COVID, but if you've had COVID within the last 6 months, basically you can renew your passport every 30 days if you've had like a positive PCR test. And also, if you have a lateral flow test that comes back negative, it gives you 48 hours on your COVID passport. So for the people that can't have the vaccination, the jab, for whatever reason, there are those other ways. So yeah,
that's good. Okay, so there's even more hope now. So it's good.
Yes. So there we go.
Okay, so Phil, where's kind of been the best places you've met people in the past?
There's only like two, maybe three. Okay, so let's start with hobbies. I once dated my sensei at Aikido. So I used to do Aikido, and me and her got on really well, and we ended up going on a few dates. So hobbies, clubs, stuff like that, I find they work really well. What about you? We'll go backwards and forwards.
Okay. Yeah, I like that one though, the hobbies. So for people that don't have a hobby, where they're not part of a club, I've always found meeting people in events is a good way. So if there's an event on, for example, I've met somebody at a gin festival before. So it's an all-day event.
You got the same likes, if you like gin.
So it's like an all-day festival. It's quite intimate. These kind of festivals are quite, if they're indoors, are quite small. You're kind of there for most of the day, so it gives you a chance to chat to people, and it's quite an easy way to start a conversation, because you're just talking about, in my point of view, we're just talking about gin. So I would go up to someone and be like, "Oh, have you tried this one yet? What's your thoughts?" So I always think if you don't have a hobby, try and source out what's going on in your area. There could be a food festival, drink festival, things like Comic-Con. Like there's lots of different events happening in your area. So I think that's a great way to try and meet somebody.
Oh, massively. And the thing is, I've been looking into this, like, smile, eye contact, look approachable, because the problem is when people go out, they tend to put this like no face. It's kind of like but if you go out, see someone who you find attractive, a little bit of eye contact, a little smile, it shows that you're approachable. I
think people are just so scared of fear of rejection, but you should think, I mean, the worst that's going to happen is they say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm seeing somebody," but they're going to be flattered. They're going to be feeling so good. Or they might just say, "Yeah, I'd love to sit down and have a drink with you." So sorry, you go.
No, I just got in there. I was just going to say, when you approach someone in person, don't go in there with any intention. Don't go in
Mhm.
there with the intention, because what happens in your head is that builds up. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, this person, I want to go on a date with them. And you start overthinking and you start, and before you've even got up to them, you're already in a relationship, married, two
Yeah.
kids and stuff like that. So if you go in over there with the intention of not even getting
Asking
their
it.
number,
Yeah. Very simple.
just to be polite and friendly, and you'll come across polite and friendly. And if they turn around and go, "Oh, I've got a boyfriend," it's like, okay, well, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just
Just a
basically say thank
compliment.
you. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and then go your separate ways. Done.
I
Always
guess
just take no, take the hint.
yeah, I think either like going over and just asking a question to kind of suss out what the chemistry would be like. So you can go over and just ask something simple like, "Oh, do you know where such and such stand is, or do you know where this area is?" And just see how they react. Because if someone's attracted
Hmm.
to you, their persona will completely change.
Yeah.
So yeah, just going over, ask a question, or just
Well, it's a case that, like, you're at a bar, you turn around and say, "What drink would you recommend?" Kind of,
mhm.
or
Or for me, I'd be like, "Okay, pass me the straw, please."
and I'd be like, "Here we go, done."
Yeah.
Uh,
It's just
yep.
finding wee things to talk about, isn't it? And another other ways to meet people, I guess, before would be in your workplace. But I guess a lot of people are now working from home.
Yeah, exactly. So the thing is, you need to get out. Like, if
Mhm.
you're either at work and you spend your time at work or home, yeah, and then complain about not meeting anybody. Well, the reason why is because you don't go anywhere to meet anybody,
Yeah, you're not
you
being
know?
proactive. You're not going out.
No. Like, I'm not expecting, my perfect match to knock at my door in 5 minutes and go, "Hi, I'm here. I found you. I traveled all across the country to knock at your door," because it's not gonna happen. So, we need to stop believing in films where we're just gonna randomly bump into the love of our life
Yeah.
while we're walking down the street. Because no, no, no.
What I say to my sister is my sister is single, and she's saying she's done with the app. She doesn't want to do it. She says it's so time consuming, and I said, well, you need to make more effort. Just go out there. She goes into her workplace just twice a week, and the rest of the time she works from home. So I say to her,
Mhm.
like, why don't you just go to a different lunch place every single day? Don't keep going to the same place. It's going to be the same people. Change it up a bit and go to different
Yeah.
places, because you just never know who's going to be there.
Nope. Speed dating events. You have speed dating events. They're another good way that you can meet someone offline, I
Yes,
think.
absolutely,
Have you ever
absolutely.
been to one? Because
I
I
have
haven't.
never, but I've always wanted to, because I love the whole process of it. It's very quick. You meet so many different people in the one night. And not only that, you meet people that you could potentially stay friends with, that you can go to other events with. Because, a lot of people that turn up at these events, they are on their own. As much
Mhm.
as they want to bring their friends, a lot of friends are either in relationships or maybe cancel last minute. So a lot of people that turn up at these events are by themselves. So you can make a great connection with someone else that's there, and you can decide, do I just go to speed dating events together and just see if we can meet other people. So it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
great way.
So an idea that I've seen and that I want to do something about next year is, like, for me, speed dating events, like, I'm not sure. I just, it's kind of like move, 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 move kind of thing. I kind of want to look at, and they do this with cocktails and conversation, down in London, where they have an event on, and everyone there is single.
Hmm.
So you go and you mingle, you talk, you can have cocktails with them, conversations, and
I
yeah,
love that.
I really like that idea, because you are not sat, and if you're nervous or anything like that, you are not in front of somebody, and it's like, "Oh, I've got 3 minutes to try and talk about something," and I
Yeah.
don't know. I can imagine speed dating, you talking about the same thing over and over again, possibly. I don't know. Like I
Yeah,
say.
I mean, but yeah, like you say with that event in London, that sounds
Mhm.
brilliant, because you don't have to worry about going up to someone and them saying, "Oh, sorry, I'm seeing somebody." You know
No.
that you can go up to anyone and you know they're going to be single. So it gives you that a bit more confidence. So I love that
Yeah.
idea. But
Because
yeah,
Thursday does that as well.
right.
Thursday give up a secret bar each week. I think it's each week. So that's in London. They name a bar, and everybody there is single. And I think you can see their dating apps profile actually while you're in there.
That's
So it kind of
amazing.
brings both together, which I think is really cool. They just need to bring it out and bring it further afield than London.
Yeah. No, that sounds like a really promising app for sure. But yeah, I think people just have to be productive, like you say. We all do that thing where we say, "Oh, there's nobody out there." Like I've been trying, but sometimes you actually think swiping on an app isn't really trying because
Mm-mm.
yeah, we've had this conversation before. You have to be productive with it. You can have chats, but you need to be productive and say, okay, let's meet up this weekend or stop putting things off. You just
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
just do it.
You quick chat, don't make it into, just make sure you and the person gets on, and then do you know what? Go for it. Go, let's have a date. You
Yeah.
know, and people make it too complicated. People are like, oh, pen pals, and then they're worried about getting ghosted. They're worried about getting stood up. They're worried about rejection. The thing is, with rejection, that person can only say no to you once, and then you walk away, and you do not know that person. Like, if you walk up to someone in a bar or a club or something, and they turn around and go no to you, do you know what? What? Like, you're not going to ever see them again.
Yeah.
And you might go back, and your mates might give you like, oh no 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 no, but do you know what? Screw them.
Yeah. Everyone does need some people need to have rejection in their life to make them stronger.
Yes, 1,000,000%.
It's funny how back in the day, before, apps were around, the norm was you would go to a nightclub, a bar, and it was so easy to meet somebody. And people used to get engaged so quickly and get married so quickly. And now it's such a much more difficult process.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's
There's too
like
much choice. That's what it
there
is.
is. There's access to too many people. I mean, dating apps are great because you will meet people that you probably wouldn't meet normally. Like, I
Yes.
meet people from all over the country. But the thing is, you are probably missing out on someone great on your doorstep,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody's on the app and you might not ever see them because they're not there. So if everybody got out, if everybody went, do you know what? Like, I'm having an app-free day. I'm not going on apps, and I'm going to go out and try and meet somebody. And I think the thing with it is people are scared. People don't know how to communicate. If you like literally have a conversation with somebody every day,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you get out there, whether it's the barista at Starbucks or, bartender or wait staff or your postman, if you have a conversation with them, like, it doesn't have to be long, but it gets you used to actually communicating with other people. And
Absolutely.
that's one of the things. People have lost the art of communication, and they're like, oh, I can't talk to anybody.
And that's the thing as well. Like even things like you can do everything from online, whether you order your online shopping, takeaways, everything's always on an app these days. And you're so right. People don't get used to that communication. Before things like you would go to a library and ask for certain books. You would go into this a takeaway place and order your food, whereas everything just seems to be app, app, app.
You can book it online. You can email people. You don't have to talk to anybody anymore.
Mhm.
It's all automated, and the amount of communication people get is probably through a screen where they're not actually talking
Yeah.
to anybody yet anyway. They're just texting.
I've
So
got friends that
yes.
won't even answer their phone now because they're like, oh, they'll just text. So they don't even have conversations, which is sad. I mean, I remember when I was online dating and I matched with a guy that was a lot older than me. And as soon as we matched, he said, look, do you mind if I just call you? But he's like, I'm not really into this back and forth, back and forth. I'd rather just get to know you and see if that works. And I just love the maturity of it. And,
Yeah.
to be fair, I was so nervous because I hadn't spoke to somebody in person who I just met on an online app. But as soon as he called, I just felt, wow, this guy is literally so mature, and it feels safer. We can speak about everything we need to speak about. So yeah, that was lovely. But yeah, I feel like it's missing there. The communication is definitely missing.
Yeah, definitely. But if you do ring people, don't make it really, 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 really long.
No, I
Have
know.
short conversations and then done, and then decide to meet up. Because
I was actually
people.
I was actually walking home the other night, and I walked past a whiskey bar, and I looked inside it and full of men, and I kept thinking, wow, if I was single, this would be the place I would hang out. Because when you think about it, sometimes you don't really think about where the other person would be. So, for example,
Mm,
if I was single again and I really want to meet somebody, I would probably go to a rugby game or football game, even if I had no interest, because that's where all the men are, you know?
yeah, but I don't know. You gotta have some interest. Like if you had no interest in rugby or football, and you met them at a rugby or football
No, but
game,
you
they are
could be
going to
like,
be at the rugby or football game all the time.
it's fine. That's fine. Everyone's got their own hobbies, but
Yeah.
you could just see you're trying to experience like other sports. You're just like watching it, spectating it.
Oh, and you
But it
can use
just,
the thing of like, can you? I'm like new to this sport. Can you tell
yeah,
me like
explain
how it
it.
works and stuff like
Yeah.
that? And
And then before you know it, you're back at theirs. Boom. But for you, Phil, I feel like if I was a guy, obviously I was interested in a girl, I would be going to workout classes that are like yoga classes or something like that, or
we all
step
know how your
class.
yoga guy turned out.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so for anyone that's not read my book, I met a guy that um, just came from a yoga class and didn't wash. So I met him on the day and he was sweaty and yeah, it wasn't good. But yeah,
Mm,
this thing is like trying to think out the box of switch up where you normally go, because if you keep going to the same places, you're going to see the same people. So it's
yeah,
like switching it up.
100%. Something else is friends or colleagues or something like that. If they've got friends that are single, it's like going out and seeing what happens, isn't it? It's because
Yeah.
yeah,
I
but
guess the only downside of other people matchmaking you is if it doesn't go well, then it's a bit awkward, isn't it?
yeah, then the other person's in the middle.
Yeah. I've been in that situation, Phil. I think you
Oh,
know
have you?
this.
Oh, didn't know this at all. No, I have no clue what you're talking about right now. um,
But yeah, thing is, dating is so exciting. It's so exciting. Like, there's so many opportunities to meet people, and I get frustrated when my single friends just they moan about it. I'm like, but you're not putting yourself out there. It's
you're not
exciting,
putting the effort in. You
yeah,
need to put the effort in to get the effort out. And people
yeah,
go, "Oh yeah, I do that," and it's like, well, then other people need to put the effort in, or go look somewhere
yeah.
else where people are like excited. And I love that. I love the fact that dating is exciting, and people should get excited.
Yeah, and the thing is, what I hear a lot is, "Oh, all my mates are settled down or relationships." You can still go with your friends to events, and
Hmm.
it can be your girly day out or your lads' night, whatever. Go out just for them, but you just don't know who you're going to meet. So
No,
you don't need to make it as if, oh, this I want to go to this event because I'm hopefully going to try and meet somebody. Go as a group of friends, and if something happens, someone might be there, then that's a bonus, you know. But if not, you've had a
yeah.
great night regardless with your friends.
Well, it was like that singles bar that I was going to look at doing next year. I was going to have a traffic light system.
Ah,
So
I
you
like
could go
that.
with your friends. So your friends wear red if they're taken,
Yeah.
uh, orange, amber if they're like not sure, they're not really looking, but if the right person came around, and then green if it's like, yep.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then people will know who they can talk to, but people are there with their friends still, so they can
Yeah.
still mingle. And yeah, so that's the plan for next year in Nottingham. Hopefully, fingers crossed, some point.
Yes.
And if you are a bar out there in Nottingham or anywhere around the area, and you want to offer your services for this night out, then let us know. Drop us an
Yeah,
email.
love it. And the Christmas season is upon us, and what great way to go out and go to Christmas markets, because everyone loves to kind of go down to those places and have some mulled wine or just have a browse. It's a great place to meet somebody.
Yeah, I'm off to the Edinburgh Christmas market in a few
Are
weeks.
you?
Yeah, for my A to Z.
Oh
So
wow!
for 4 weeks time. Wait there, I'm just counting. I think it's literally it'll be like the 18th of December. I'm heading to the Edinburgh Christmas
Oh
market. I'm going to go
wow!
explore Edinburgh. So if you're around in Edinburgh and somebody, like, if anyone listening is around and wants to be my tour guide for the day, give me a shout.
Oh wow! I need to see actually who I know in Edinburgh that could take you about. You will absolutely love it. The thing about Edinburgh at Christmas, it's Edinburgh itself is a romantic place already because it's got the castle in the city. It's just so beautiful. But at Christmas time with all the lights,
Hmm.
it's just so stunning, and you just feel all fuzzy and warm, and you just want to share the love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be better if there was somebody who lived in Nottingham but was visiting their family up in Edinburgh for Christmas that was up there. That would be amazing because it is a bit of a drive, and yeah.
What made you
Yes,
choose
but
Edinburgh for E?
because I love Edinburgh. It's my favourite city in, like, the UK.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I spent months up there and absolutely adore it. Like,
Mhm.
it's just amazing. It's magical. And yeah,
They've
so that's
actually
why I
they've
chose it for E.
That's another thing for a tip for you, or for anyone that's going to Edinburgh. They've just opened up this amazing new shopping centre that's got a rooftop bar. It's stunning inside. It's very like high end, but very date like. It's perfect for dates. So it's called
Where's the
St.
best place to go for breakfast?
Oh,
I'm trying to find the best breakfast, and you guys have the square sausages, and don't you have like, uh,
we have black pudding, white pudding.
yeah, I need all of that in my life.
Yeah, I'll send you a
Haggis.
list. Yes, I'll send you a list of best breakfast places. But a lot of people have been talking about this restaurant called Disham. It's an
Hmm.
Indian restaurant, but they apparently have the most amazing breakfasts. And there's also a breakfast place called Stack and Still, which is all pancakes. And
I'm going there.
it's okay.
I'm there.
Do you know what? I'm just gonna. You go on their Instagram page, and you will be like booking it instantly. It's incredible.
So if anyone wants breakfast with me on the 18th Saturday of December at Stackham, then yeah,
Stack and Still. There we are.
Stack and Still. There we go. That's where
Yes.
I'll be. But yeah, it is back to the point because we just went off a complete
Sorry.
tangent. But no, it's my fault. I went off. um,
I
yeah,
mean, I would say like, so out of your dating history, kind of what percent have you met in person and what percent online? Is majority been online?
yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, since I was 18, I think that I've only met 3, possibly 4 people offline.
And is that because the online's more convenient? Is it down to that?
Um, yeah. I think when I was younger, I don't know. I thought, "Oh, I'll jump on online, see how that is." And even though I seem it, sometimes I'm not that confident with people, and I don't like approaching or stuff like that. It depends what mood I'm in, and I just found online dating a lot easier
But
to
now
do.
that you're older and wiser, you know that speaking to people is not the hardest thing to do. Is
No, I know, and I will try. When I'm out and about this weekend and all the time, I will take my own advice and I will go speak to people and
yeah.
see what happens.
I've
There we
actually
go.
met 2 people at the gym, and
Okay.
none of them worked. I went on a few dates with them, but again, that was kind of I wouldn't even recommend it, because if it doesn't work out, you have to bump into them at the gym. And for me, I had to basically work. I knew their schedules at the gym, so I had to change my schedule so I didn't bump into them. So I wouldn't really advise the gym, to be honest.
And the thing is, and this I think I'll say, it doesn't matter, like, if you don't get a second date out of it. The only thing is, if you've had fun, enjoyed yourself, met somebody new, done something that you've never done before, it's fun, it's exciting. Don't see it as a fail.
And see it as practice.
Yes.
See it as practice. That's why I think it's... Yes. That's why I always think, for me, when I was going on dates, I always... say we're even going just for a coffee, I would always choose somewhere different, because if it didn't go well, at least you'd be like, oh, I got to try a new coffee place.
Yeah, exactly. You get to try somewhere new and you have fun. Yeah. And unless they're a complete and utter idiot and they're rude or anything like that, just take it for what it is. Enjoy it,
That's it. And if you had any disasters, please DM them to me on my Instagram page, Swipe Forever After, because I feature disaster, funny dating stories every week. So
yeah, we're missing a few dating disasters. We haven't had them on here for a while, have we?
For a while. I put a cracker up last night, so yeah. So if anyone's got any, that's the thing, you can laugh about them. If it's a disaster, just laugh about it.
Or write a book.
Yeah, be like me and write a book.
But yeah, that's that. So basically, we'll have a quick rundown instead of final thoughts. So rundown, you can either go out and meet someone at a bar or an event. Your turn.
Yes, or you can bar or event, or I would just say just try new places. So instead of sticking to the same lunch place, restaurant, I mean, I've got friends that literally go to the same restaurant all the time because it's their favourite. Change it up. Just go somewhere completely new. Yeah,
try new hobbies. If you've always wanted to try something, and you're a bit like, oh, what? How do I do this? Find a group. Find a group out there that does it.
There's actually an app called Meetup, MEETUP, Meetup.
I'm glad it wasn't the other type of meat, or I would have been a bit worried.
But Meetup is basically for people, individuals that want to try something new. So everyone in that group is all individuals. So it's whether you want to go hiking, so there'll be a group of yous all by yourselves going hiking together. If you want to go to the cinema with a group of people, again, same process. So check out that app, because there's so many events on there, and that could be the perfect way to meet somebody.
Yeah, and even if it's not the perfect way to meet somebody, you've met people that you can go out with and, and go to events, go to things with, and potentially meet people that way, because you're in a group and you're not all on your own doing these things.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, and then friends or family or work colleagues, but always remember that if it doesn't go right, put a clause at the bottom of the contract that you get them to sign saying this will no way impact friendship or anything like that. Yeah. And yeah, I think that's about covered it. Matchmakers. We forgot matchmakers.
Oh yeah, of course you can absolutely.
There's matchmakers. Yeah.
They'll help you out completely and basically take all the stress away from you and help you find your potential match.
Yes. So there is plenty of ideas out there for you.
Yes.
And if any of them work for you, drop us a DM, drop us a message. And also follow us on our TikTok. I know this is the second week running now. We've told you this, but there's loads of fun, exciting things going on there. Jane's got put a finger down.
Oh God, mine's quite dirty.
Yeah, it's fine. They love it. So it's Unhinged and Mumbled Up, or
Jane Filton 30.
There we go. So thank you everyone for listening. I hope you enjoyed the show.
And happy dating.
Yeah, happy dating. Hope it all works for you, and hope we didn't put you off the dating apps too much last week. See you everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening.
If you want to find out more, you can follow us at Unhinged and Mumbled Up, or
Swipe Forever After.
And if you want to send us an email or check out our website, it is www.uadu.co.uk. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.